Hi everyone, welcome back to Trees and Turtles. My name is Imogen. In today's video, I'm talking about what to do when you keep procrastinating. Okay, if you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and let's get started. So, procrastination is the bane of our lives for many of us, and it's because we have all of these tasks and then we just keep putting them off. You know, I was procrastinating filming this video. Well, not this one specifically, but I was procrastinating filming today because I have so many videos that I need to film for 2025. Like, I've written all of my scripts and I just have so many videos, and I'm like, it took me a while to write all my scripts, and I was just like, oh, that's great, I've done this task, and now I'm like, shit, I have to film them all. So I've been really putting it off, but today I had a free day and I was like, I need to film. So I was procrastinating. I do it, it's okay. But here's how to not. So, number one, work out why. Are you scared of failure? Do your goals not fulfill you? Probably one of those two problems. Let's go into it in a bit more detail. When we procrastinate, there is a root cause, okay? And, you know, sometimes one of these, I find that these two causes are really prominent for me and for other people that I've talked to. So, number one is you're scared of failure, okay? I get this, okay? Failure is one of my biggest fears, and sometimes it feels easier to procrastinate on a task than to do it and risk failing at it, or risk not being as good as you expected, and then being like, oh shit, you know, I was so bad at this and I feel really bad and it's put me in a bad mood. Okay, so next time I'm just not even gonna try. I'm just gonna keep pushing this task off and like pushing it away and just not doing it, okay? So you might be scared of failure. Is that the reason why you're procrastinating? If it isn't, maybe your goals don't fulfill you. So this is a problem that I've had in the past, not so much since I changed all my goals to kind of contribute to my overall vision, but this is a problem I had a lot in the past, and it's a problem I see a lot in like other people as well, in that you're working on goals which don't fulfill you, and you're like, oh, why am I even doing this? You know, I don't want to do this. This isn't working towards anything that's meaningful. This doesn't fulfill me. This isn't contributing to my personal growth. Like, this feels pointless. Okay, and maybe it is pointless. Maybe you need to change your goals to be more in alignment with your overall vision, with your overall purpose, okay? I've talked about that in other videos, so go check those out. But your goals being unfulfilling and something that you don't want to do, and I'm not talking about stuff that you have to do short term, which might be a bit boring, in order to get to something like an end result that you really, really want. If you have goals which are boring, but which contribute to an overall end result that you really want, I'm sure you can find the motivation to kind of like power through those. But if your end goals are not fulfilling you, that is a really common cause of procrastination, because you're like, I don't even like the destination I'm trying to get to. Why am I trying to get there? Okay, so those two reasons, you might be scared of failure, you might be trying to work towards a goal that doesn't ultimately fulfill you or bring you meaning, okay? Probably one of those two problems is behind at least some of your procrastination. So let's talk about how to solve those two problems. Firstly, the fear of failure. So to solve the fear of failure, you need to, and you're not going to like hearing this, fail so much that it becomes routine, okay? So I'm encouraging you to seek failure. Fail your way to indifference, okay? Fuck up on purpose until you're not scared of it. Like, I'm not necessarily saying to self-sabotage yourself, or that was a weird sentence. I'm not saying to sabotage yourself or to self-sabotage, but I am saying that you should kind of learn to give less of a fuck about the outcome. Okay, so when I say seek failure, I'm saying do things with no expectation of success. Okay, so just work on your goals and be like, I'm going to learn from this process, whatever happens, and, you know, you are probably going to be more successful than you think. Now, a great book I recommend on this is Rejection Therapy, which is basically where someone tried to get rejected from as many things as possible to like build their resilience to rejection, and they actually succeeded at a lot of them, okay? So to solve the fear of failure, you need to just make it routine. You'll be like, maybe this will fail. I don't care because I'm going to learn, okay? So fail your way to indifference about it. Right, for the lack of fulfillment, this is kind of easier. You need to overhaul your life vision and goals so everything is in alignment. This can be kind of fun to do, actually. So you need to have a life vision and purpose. I've made another video about this, probably more than one actually. I'm always talking about this. So you need to kind of make sure that your smaller goals contribute to bigger goals that you're actually excited about. So the large goals need to be part of your your vision for your life. How do you want to be remembered? What is your sort of life's work, as it were? So you need to make sure that all your goals are contributing towards those. Even if they're boring, you like the end destination, okay? You need to make sure that you like the end destination and that the larger goals that you have are ones that you find really fulfilling. And that will give you the motivation you need to go through some maybe kind of boring steps along the way. All right. We have come to the point in the video where we talk about mental health, because this is a really big indicator of mental health is procrastination, okay? And I feel like we don't talk about this enough, and I feel like sometimes when we're talking about procrastination, it's all about, oh, like you're lazy, or there's this problem or that problem, and sometimes it is not that. Sometimes you have like a legitimate mental health concern that is stopping you from getting to where you need to be. Okay, it could be another reason, or not necessarily even mental health. Sometimes neurodivergence can be associated with procrastination too, and these things, they just mean that your brain is different, okay? And you need a different approach to work at your best, okay? And I absolutely want to say at this point that if either of those things are the reasons for your procrastination, there is absolutely nothing wrong with you, okay? This is not to say that, you know, it is something that needs to be fixed. Obviously, neurodivergence is something that is like just part of you, okay? It can be just part of your brain, and it's not like it's not something bad, okay? If you're procrastinating for any reason, it's not something bad, and it's in no way a moral value judgment on you, because I think often we judge ourselves for procrastinating. We're like, oh, we're lazy. Absolutely not. That is not the case, okay? So if you're procrastinating, it is just a habit that you have, or, you know, something that you're doing that you might want to stop for goal reasons, but it is not a value judgment on you. And I think I want to make that really, really clear at this point in the video. It is absolutely not a value judgment on you, because once we start putting value judgments on each other for procrastination, that's just incredibly toxic, and it just turns into this really judgmental sort of negative spiral on ourselves and on other people, which is not productive or helpful or kind in the slightest. So please don't judge yourself for procrastination. Whatever the reason behind that is, we need to look to solve this because you want to solve it, not because someone else told you you're a bad person. And if someone else told you you're a bad person, fuck them. Like, that is absolutely not something that's helpful and something that we should be thinking. Okay, sorry for the rant. I just kind of feel passionately about this. Anyway, so whatever the reason for your procrastination, it is okay, and you can get past it. And even if you still procrastinate occasionally, that's okay. Like, you can be really, really productive and really successful and still procrastinate on occasion. Like, I'm not saying I'm necessarily productive or successful, but I'm definitely more productive than I used to be, and I procrastinate like all the time, okay? So it's not a process about like, you fix this and it's done, okay? This is a constant like process of learning, and learning to be kind to yourself as well, because we're all human and we all, you know, procrastinate for reasons, and those can be like super varied, okay? So just don't pass any kind of judgment on yourself, but just always seek to improve your procrastination, but for your own reasons, okay? For your own self-care, because it makes your life better, because you want to, okay? So it should always come from a place of love for yourself and a place of positivity and a place of wanting to make a positive improvement, not from seeing yourself as somehow inferior or lesser because you procrastinate, because that's just unhelpful. I went off on another rant, I'm sorry. But anyway, the point is, you are great, and it is okay to procrastinate sometimes, but if you want to reduce it, I hope these tips helped you. If you're not already subscribed, make sure to do that, give this video a thumbs up, follow me on Instagram, and I'll see you in the next video. Okay, bye!